Hi, friends. My name is Bhavya Mangla. I'm again back in a new series with respect to the unfiltered conversation. And in this new series, I'm going to talk about mindfulness. Why we talk about mindfulness? Because in the present times, we are getting so much of information. We are so much of getting information through social media and surrounding us that at times we don't realize that whether we are in the present mode, in the past mode, or in the future mode. And majority of the times when we are not in the present mode, whatever we are doing, that is not exactly that we should have done it, and that creates some problems which we don't realize because majority of the people around us are actually doing the same thing what we are doing, and we feel that it is normal, although it is not. So in this today's episode, the first episode with respect to the mindfulness, there's a very interesting guest. Her name is Sweta Bhansali. She has done PhD in nanotechnology. She's a poet. She's a motivational speaker. She's a social worker, and she is also an NLP practitioner. And there can be many more things. By the time we'll end this particular session, you will see many new things which are coming out from her with respect to the mindfulness. So let me call on mic Sweta Bhansali. Hi Shweta, how are you doing?
Hello, sir. I'm very well. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. So Sweta, as I just shared that it's a new series with respect to mindfulness, wherein the objective is that how we can live life to the fullest.
Yes,
And
sir.
I was going through your biodata and wherein I saw that you're an NLP practitioner. Can you tell a
Yes, sir.
little bit more about it? What exactly is this? Because I don't think many people know what exactly is NLP.
Sure, sir. First of all, thanks a lot, sir, for giving me the opportunity to speak here. And if I have to talk about NLP, sir, first let me break it down. It's Neuro Linguistic Programming. It's a transformative science, I would say, which was developed in the 70s by Richard Bandler and John Grinder. It was developed by them and then further on used by many coaches for the mental health. Now, neuro linguistic programming, sir, if I have to break down, neuro is what? Our neurology, like how we sense things, how we think about things, what is happening around us, and all those things. Linguistic is our words, the language that we use. Like we have to take care, as we always say, no, oh, use this language, this would be better for that person.
Mhm.
Then, sir, programming is your behavior. So your behavior of like consciously or subconsciously, how you organize yourself, how you actually relate to certain situations, and how you behave in certain situations, but affecting yourself or the others, sir. So basically, NLP is a transformative science wherein you actually tap into your subconscious mind and make it behave in the manner you would want it to behave as well.
Mhm. Now you use two interesting words, conscious and subconscious mind. And I think
Yeah,
majority of the cases, it is very difficult to know that whether we are in our conscious stage or subconscious stage. In
correct.
fact, as we are talking to each other, how would like to say it, whether we are in conscious stage or in subconscious stage? What you have to
So
say about it?
yeah, sir. Thank you for this question, and it is a very important question actually. So let's understand we are right now only the tip of the iceberg, the conscious state.
Mhm.
All the under mountain is actually subconscious state. That is what subconscious unawareness is. Awareness is like you know what you have to ask me. That is consciously you are doing. And I maybe know what I have to answer. That is consciously coming out of me. But sir, subconsciously, there are so many emotions that goes on inside. Because sir, five senses we know, but there are many more hidden senses which we don't know, like the equilibrium, sense of equilibrium. We are sitting straight right now. That is sense, another sensor. That is sense of equilibrium.
Mhm.
We are actually having some reflex action. That is another sensor, motor sense. So there are many hidden senses which we don't know about, sir. So that is
Mhm.
your subconscious actually working, the unawareness that happens. Sir, maybe you have seen people say deja vu moment. Oh, I
Yeah,
had that deja vu moment. That
yeah.
was something that happened in your unawareness, right? And then consciously you got remembered of that. That is what happened. That is the basic difference. But what we do consciously, sir, matters a lot. But if we train our subconsciously, consciously we will be doing very in a very nice manner, whatever we want our behavior to be.
So, I mean, there's generally an example given with respect to conscious and subconscious mind. Like when we are running, when we are just learning to drive a car or a two-wheeler. So at that time, we are in the conscious mind because we are just trying to understand each and everything, how it is
Yes.
happening, where is the gear and all that. But after a while, when we learn it, and then maybe after 3 months or 6 months, maybe we go from home to office and we are back without knowing that when we change the gear, when we press the brake and all that. So I think that is a time when the subconscious mind is coming. Is it like that?
Yes,
What
sir.
you're trying to say?
Yes, for example, I will also give you a very wonderful example. There was a this famous sports person who didn't had eyes. And he used to be like one of the, like, I'm not getting his name right now, but he used to be so much of trained his subconscious that even if he didn't had eyes, he had ears to sense. He always used to say in his interviews, I have ears to sense, I have nose to sense, I have touch to sense. So I don't need my eyes. I am actually seeing through all my other senses. So, sir, that is also subconscious. Sir, at one
Yeah.
time, your subconscious guides you through all the other things that you have. So, yes, sir, your example is the true example of difference as well.
So, as the name of our series is mindfulness. So, is
Yes.
there any linkage between mindfulness and conscious and subconscious mind in any way?
Yes, sir, there is. So,
Mm-hmm.
what is mindfulness? First, we should understand that also, sir,
Mm-hmm.
because we are using this terminology in these times. For
Yeah.
example, if I have to explain mindfulness, it is total awareness of what is happening in this moment, right now, when I'm actually talking to you. Awareness
Mm-hmm.
of my thoughts, awareness of my actions, awareness of what's going on around me. What are the noises I can hear? So all this is, sir, mindfulness. But then that mindfulness actually creates the behavior that I'm going to actually give out from my side.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It can be anything, sir. Like the actions that I'm going to do. For example, right now I'm doing. If I have
Mm-hmm.
to ask you, sir, the same question, maybe when you started out working, like after your college and all, did you actually used to hear about mindfulness? Was life like that, that during that time it was like mindfulness was required, or is what it was always inbuilt, if I have to ask, sir?
So I think distractions are always there, but the only thing could be that when I passed my college in 1991, 33 years back, maybe at that time distractions were less. And since the distractions were less, maybe because of that, by default, we had more mindfulness as compared to today's time. Because
Yes.
as I'm talking to you, there is a possibility that somebody who is listening to this particular video online, maybe that person is seeing the Instagram, maybe Facebook, maybe at that time in front of that person, maybe the telecast of IPL matches is going on, maybe that person
Yeah.
is seeing that, and maybe that person is also having something to eat because it's lunchtime around that. So there can be many things that a person may be doing simultaneously, and as we are doing so many things, where is the mindfulness? We are doing
Yes.
and number of things, and still we are expecting that, means you can say that we can relish each and everything. Maybe the kind of food that we are eating, we don't even realize that what is the taste and what is the feel and flavor of that.
Correct, sir. Correct. Very true. And sir, in that only I would like to add, that is what actually creates what we call in today's terminology stress, because we
Mhm.
want to do so many things. We want to excel also in all the things actually. Oh, I am not doing this thing, this can add up to my CV. Oh, I should
Yeah.
learn this programming, this can add to my CV. I can be in this company, I can be that, I can be this. But sir, in
Yeah.
this I can be, I'm never I am here,
Hmm.
because my
Hmm.
brain is running, my brain is racing for myself only, if I
Yeah.
have to talk in the first person terminology. Because I want to do everything and I want to excel at everything. How can I do that? I can only do that by being mindful. If I am talking to Bhavya Mangla sir, then I am talking to Bhavya Mangla sir. I'm not doing anything else. I don't have that kind of awareness right now. I should give my all to what I want to convey through talking to Bhavya sir.
Hmm. Hmm.
And that can
But
only happen if I'm
mhm,
mindful.
mhm. But then, in present times, what all I have studied and different kind of books and on YouTube, there are so many videos. They're talking a lot with respect to multitasking. They're talking a lot about doing more than one thing at a time, and then you can be more productive, and then you can do much more than in shorter time. So don't you think in a way you are telling people don't listen to all those philosophers and all those
No, sir.
books and all those which are talking about multitasking and why multitasking is important?
No, sir. I'm not saying that don't do multitasking. Do
Mm.
multitasking in a way that all correlates. For example, if I'm having a call with my researchers, for example, sir, I have a company and I'm having my call with researchers. Side by side, I may have to read and
Yeah.
tell them something very important. Side by side, I'm listening. I have to be very aware of that as well. Side by side, I'm writing some
Yeah.
important notes that have to be taken care of. So, sir, all the senses are actually working together. In a way, we are multitasking only, but on one task to be completed, not on hundreds of things to be completed. So, for example, when we do yoga, let me give you a very small example. When we do
Yeah.
yoga, we play music,
Yeah.
right? In a way, that is also multitasking. That music is also happening and you're exercising also, you're listening to the instructor also. But sir, you're doing one task for your body, mind, and soul.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
that is what I mean by multitasking, yes, but when you're doing it for one task to be completed, it's
So
not
it
wrong
means
to multitask.
multitasking is not bad, but the way in which we have interpreted multitasking, I think that is something that we need to analyze and understand for ourselves. That what
Yes.
exactly is the meaning of multitasking for me, and whether it is helping me or it is not helping me. Right?
Correct, sir. Correct, sir. So to each his own, that's what I would like to say. That's my take on it. Maybe someone else may have different take on it. That
Sure.
is how we
Sure.
train our minds, sir. Sir, some people you must have heard have started writing from their left hand if they are the
Yeah.
handed person. But that is like training yourself to do different things, and which is good. So yes, sir, it is important. But yes, as you said, how it can benefit that we have to see.
You also used a very interesting word, stress, and often these days, I will say these days means in the last 20, 30 years, especially when we are talking about stress, it is called good stress, bad stress. Stress is good. If there is no stress, then we'll not be able to perform. What is your thinking, or what do you think about this particular thing? Stress
Sir,
word.
in Shweta's world, I would say, sir, stress can never be good. How
Mm-hmm.
can stress give you something good when it is releasing? Always remember, the body is, even if it's the cloth for our soul to live this life, it is actually functioning, right, in a different manner. When you are stressing yourself, then then actually your body is releasing lots of cortisol. And if cortisol is released so much, endorphins, which are your happy hormones, will be killed somewhere. So,
Mm-hmm.
sir, good stress people are using, if I have to tell you, maybe in the professional setup. Okay, you
Mm-hmm.
have to meet some deadline, for example. Oh,
Yeah.
I have to submit this report in 1 week's time. Then
Yeah.
maybe, sir, that stress is giving you a little bit of motivation. Okay, let's go for it, let's do it. But sir, if that stress is making you sit like this and, oh my god, I have to submit this report, what should I do, I don't understand, sir, then that is not happening. If that stress
Mm-hmm.
is giving you a motivation, like, oh yes, I have to give this report in 1 week's time, let me get my team together and let's finish this report, then
Mm-hmm.
sir, that is a different scenario. You're doing it with a very happy nature, and you're creating the environment amongst your team to motivate yourself to submit that thing.
Yeah.
That is what they mean by good stress. Otherwise stress can never be good. It will actually take away the kind of the life that you are living, that should be of happiness, rather than like sitting like this. There's a difference, sir, if I'm sitting like this and if I'm sitting like this. So, yeah, sir, if I have to say, there is one mantra I live by,
Mm-hmm.
which is, sir, glemon. I have just before the interview only have done this. What is glemon? Why life should be lived with glemon?
Mm-hmm.
So, G stands for gratitude, L stands for love, E stands for empathy, M stands for meditation, and O stands for optimism. N stands for nature's walk. So if we live our life with glimmer, sir, nothing
Mm-hmm.
can stop us. There is one more R. I was not able to put it somewhere, but that is a reading, which is like
Oh.
never stop learning, like that.
So you're also an entrepreneur. How you manage your stress? How you manage, all the targets and all that? And yeah, how do you
So
do
I
all that? Because you must be
so
also
just give
getting
the
a lot of
so
pressure.
yeah. So just give the mantra, no glimon. I do that. So
So,
yes,
so there are two things. One is that we know something, right? And second thing is we implement that thing. Now, maybe 20, 30 years back, when the knowledge was not available with everyone, then at that time we used to say knowledge is power. But
yes,
now that statement has changed. Now people say applied knowledge is power. Because now everybody has got the knowledge. Everybody can access anything in case they go to Google,
yes, sir.
Chat GPT, Gemini, and they can get anything and everything. But does it make any difference? Now everything is there with you. So what is your take with respect to that? Like you very rightly said, Glimon. But then how to implement? That is the real challenge which people are facing.
Yes.
Even me.
Sir, I don't think so with you though. But yes, sir, let me answer this question. You are very right. Sir, I have always believed and I've always learned from my elders and all, preach only what you follow.
True.
Then only people will be able to connect to you or relate to you. So, sir, all these mantra that I said right now, I do all of this. How to do now? What your question is? How? How we practice?
Yeah. How
So,
to
G,
start? Means you can
yeah,
take any basic example. Say, for
I
example, in
will.
an organization, maybe there is a boss and boss fires the colleague, and now the colleague is back to the table. Now he he or she knows, how to manage. Someone says count 1 to 10, or someone says do this, do that, do
Okay.
meditation. But at that particular time, that person is with lot of agitation and all that. So what to do? Say, for example, I'm just giving an example, a scenario.
Yeah, yeah. So, as you have already given the scenario, otherwise, I was about to take the scenario of my company, but I'll take this scenario only what you have given.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Let's take the example of an employee that has just got fired. He's sitting on the desk. Obviously, the first emotion that must be going through is a lot of, I would say, if the person was looking forward. So there are two situations here.
Yeah.
One, a person is looking forward to this because he wants to go to some other company. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, fine, I'm fired, it's okay, I can go to the company I want to, I can apply there, I have the
Yeah.
opportunities. This is the optimistic way of that person.
Hmm.
Now secondly, sir, if the person was not looking forward to, he gave it his all to this company and still the boss fired him for xyz reason, we don't know.
Hmm.
Maybe the boss was helpless, maybe he didn't had money to give or whatever, or he was just in some other mode, in some anger issue, he just fired him. So that person will be, first of all, very, very sad as well as confused. Sad
Yeah.
because he would think that, oh my God, I gave my 100% to this company. I actually contributed for this company to reach at this level.
Yeah.
How come I could be fired? Confused because now what to do?
Yeah.
Because he had everything given it to this company. So he was looking forward to for his appraisal, maybe, sir. He was looking forward to for his promotion.
Yeah.
Now, sir, the right way of this could be that that person will go back home. Obviously, he has
Mhm.
been fired. He will not fight back to that final decision, right? It could be possible that the person can fight back as well. I have seen such cases as well, sir.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
if he will not, let's take that scenario and let's see how the person can apply Glamon. Then he will go home. Okay, sir. He will maybe have family. He will sit with his family. Or if he is living away with family, he will call his family and tell, okay, this has what has happened.
Mhm.
The family would say, it's okay. Now, sir, how the environment will also affect, no? It's
Yeah.
okay. Take your time. Give your all for all the other job prospects that you can get.
Mhm.
Apply to them. Maybe you're meant for something better. That
Mhm.
person will actually have a seed of optimism, love, And sir, also a lot of support growing inside him. And he will be grateful for that, at least, that he has his loved ones surrounding him and giving him the motivation, okay, go ahead. And that will
Mm-hmm.
give him a kind of a, so what should I say, a light inside him that, okay, let me apply for more and go
Mm-hmm.
ahead with it. And therein, sir, the other scenario, if the person's family doesn't do that, then a person will always have some mentor, some guide, some friend doing that as well. So that is how, sir, Glamon can be applied. And a person has to, sir, has to love himself and be empath to himself as well, that there are always better things coming.
Mm-hmm. 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 When you say you have to love yourself, what does it mean? Generally, we have to love the other person. How we can love myself? It seems to be very new.
So it is very important. Though it maybe seems to be new, sir, but it is very
Mm-hmm.
important. Tell me, sir, how can we give from an empty vessel? If I have to give water to
Yeah,
somebody, my vessel has to be full of water.
true,
If I
true.
have to give love to somebody, this
Mhm.
vessel has to be full of love.
Very true, very true, very
So,
true.
sir, if I don't love myself, how can I expect others to show to reciprocate the same feeling? So, loving yourself doesn't mean, like, sometimes people confuse it with having pride or ego.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, loving yourself means the way you are, you love yourself. Whether you are, I would say, whether you are actually fat or thin, whether you are dark or not, a dark complexion or light complexion, whether you have some kind of disability or not, you love yourself. You're grateful for the life given to you and what you can do with that in this beautiful world. So, sir, that is what loving yourself means. Ego is I, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Pride is I. When I becomes above everything, that is not self love, sir. That is beyond that. So, that is the basic difference. And so, loving yourself in every condition is very important. Whether you are skying high with success or whether
Mm-hmm.
you are actually facing some failures,
Mm-hmm.
you love
Mm-hmm.
yourself
Mm-hmm.
and keep going. It will give you other kind of energy, sir.
Wonderful. I could see one comment coming, Shweta. Very good example of vessel full of love from Rekha. Wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
Good,
Thank you.
good, good, good. It means that people are listening and they are responding also. In the beginning, we talk about NLP. So, as you talked about self love, you talked about glimon, you talked about empathy, you talked about happiness. Do you really think that NLP can help a person with respect to achieving all those things?
Yes, sir. NLP basically answers all the how, sir. How questions.
Mm-hmm.
How we can live life more better. How we can live life excellently. How we can actually make our thoughts go from negative to positive.
Mm-hmm.
So everything we are saying, if you believe, have energy attached to it. It is flowing, it is reaching to people. Like you said, one person commented right now. So somehow
Yeah,
that energy reached to that person and
yeah,
that person connected to that energy. You
yeah.
asked me the question, somehow I connected to you, sir, because your question has that energy attached.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
everything we are saying, that's why I said, sir, linguistic, it's very important. What kind of language I use to help out people with NLP and tell them and tap into their subconscious and let them go through a journey wherein they can realize, yes, I can do this. This is not me. So it's like, you can think about a slate. You have written something on this. It is there
Mm-hmm.
for a very long time. Now you have to
Mm-hmm.
rub that. You need a kind of a duster to rub that, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
that NLP practitioner will be that duster, because that will give you the command how to rub that and write something new.
So, are you doing this professionally, or you're doing it only if someone connects with you personally, and only then?
Yes,
You.
I do one to one mostly. Mostly I do one to one. Now recently some people want to give me some corporate talks and all on these kind of topics, mental health importance and all. So sir, I
Mhm.
will be going ahead with that. But for the moment, it's all about sir giving back to the society when it is concerned with NLP. Because professionally, I am a scientist and an entrepreneur, so that is what
Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
So, apart from being scientist and entrepreneur, you also write poems, right?
Yes.
So, would you like to share a few words about any poem which you like?
So recently I wrote a poem, sir,
Hmm.
that was actually on what is happening right now, sir. In Sir, anything that happens, and it is like what is happening in Rafah, for example. So I wrote a poem
Some
on that.
connectivity. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. So, sir, it was all related to humanity, I would say.
Okay. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
that poem I wrote just for the reason that sir, it's not about like what we can do or what we can't do for the people or for the society. It's
Hmm.
about sir how we can be like at least human enough to pray
Hmm.
for these people, sir. At least pray for these people, because
Hmm.
at the end of the day, sir, what is happening there somehow I feel like that, being the empath, I will again say that
Hmm.
we are failing humanity in a way. But yes, what we can do sitting here is obviously pray for them. Nothing else we can do, sir, because that is what is important. So, if you allow me, I would like to recite that poem that I just
Sure.
wrote last night.
Sure. Sure. Please.
Prayers for the departed innocent souls. We all are here to play our role. Aren't we the love personified humans? What divided us are our own inbuilt demons. Nobody said hatred and bombings solve. It's the time we realize we are spiritual beings and we have to evolve. See beyond taking revenge so that we leave better history for the coming age. Somehow humanity is failing, love is dying, but still I will pray for what we can say a peaceful world with love filled day. A peaceful world with a love filled day. Heal the world is what my little heart pray. Divine magic is on its way. Destruction has to end and innocence has to live on so that people everywhere can see beautiful, beautiful days and dawn. So that's what I wrote, sir. And
Wonderful. Wonderful. Very beautiful. And that shows the empathy side of yours with respect to how you
thank you.
see things in a
Thank
positive light. Wonderful. So, Shweta, before we end, as our series is more of with respect to the mindfulness, so any final lines from your side with respect to that, how we can practice mindfulness?
So start your day with gratitude. Very
Mhm.
important. Start your day with gratitude. Gratitude is not only for others that are surrounding you. Gratitude is also for this body working for you. Gratitude is also for the breathing you are doing because that's how you are living. Give gratitude to every small being and every large thing happening in your life. Start your day with that. Sit with yourself for 10 minutes. It's very important.
Mhm.
And whenever you do self talk, give yourself love. It's very important. I love myself. Give yourself hug just like you give to others. There's no harm in that. And be an empath, whether in personal or professional life. If
Mhm.
your wife is doing something for you, say thank you. I can understand it must be a hard day for you. I was away working. You were working for all of us. So thank you. And same for anybody else, your friend who is working for you, or some employee. Please say thank you. It takes nothing away, but give them hope and faith that yes, good hearts live on. And do
Mhm.
meditate, at least start with 2 minutes. It will bring you to the awareness what we are talking about with Bhavya sir, that this moment is all we have,
Yeah.
and will give you a lot of calm and peace. Sir, if you would like to say that, yes, meditation is somewhat like that. And then, sir, if I have to talk about nature walk, why I said it's important,
Yeah.
time you spend with yourself, and
Hmm.
you realize that all these thing is what this thing is also made of, then why not I connect? And so many of answers you can get while just doing that nature walk, sir, in park for
Yeah.
5 minutes also, because you're away from all the questions for a moment, and you're just walking and are with yourself. So that's how you can be aware of everything happening around you, inside you, and also with others. You don't need to be a NLP practitioner for that. You just need
Yeah.
to have glamon with yourself. If you have glamon, the formula, you're already doing very well in your life, and you will be mindful of everything. That's what I would like to say, sir.
Wonderful, Shweta. Thank you very much for sparing your time and sharing us so many things with respect to mindfulness. I think whatever you have shared, we all know about it. But the important thing is that whether we are giving importance to it, whether we think that it can actually make a difference to our life. And it may take some time to practice it and to get some results out of it. But I think once we start getting the result, I think then there is no looking back, and then we'll like to have more mindfulness, more happiness, more empathy, and we'll love ourselves much more than we can think about loving others. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Shweta.
Thank you, sir.
So, friends, I'll be back again in the next episode with another interesting guest with respect to mindfulness, and looking forward to your feedback one more time. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, sir.